Yeah. Welcome, my name is Specimen, and this is my Dagon hybrid consume deck. So you may have seen my Ciri Dash deck. This is pretty much the same deck, except we have shuffled it around somewhat. So the bronze list has stayed exactly the same. The idea of the deck is to get some nice consume going on with our Ram Warriors on our Harpies, set up some nice big neckers for later on in the game, and also securing carryover with Ekimara. So carryover obviously really important. It allows you to prevent a dry pass in round 2, and also the positive of this deck, having so many Ekimaras and things like that, if they go in with a spy round 2, you can just go ahead and consume their spy as well. So the carryover potential of this deck is great. You can often, if you win round 1, just drain them of cards round 2, secure loads of carryover, and then hit them with a Woodland Spirit. So the bronze package works, as I say, neckers, consuming and carryover, and then we've also got our Harpies here, which are great for thinning, and our one Foglet. So the Harpies are going to come out after you play some Kaleno Harpies, and both of them are popped. But also a really nice touch with the Harpies is they actually come out with Woodland Spirit. So as Woodland Spirit summons the Fog and the Rabid Wolves, we actually get a Foglet out of our deck with him, and also one Harpy. Sometimes two, you can actually work it out, because a Harpy is a beast as well. If your Harpy timers are on 1, then you can actually get 2 Harpies out with Woodland Spirit, even without Roach. So I'll quickly talk about the main changes to the deck then. We've got Karen instead of Ciri Dash. So Ciri Dash works fantastically as a combination piece, but we've basically weakened the silver list to strengthen the gold list. So the Karen is fantastic for removal, being able to hit siege supports against Northern Realms, and also Empyrean forces against Nilfgaard is fantastic. Also, you can potentially get Axemen as well if they're not ticking before they, if they're not above 6 strength before you have a chance to. Obviously, weather can change that, but Karen is really, really good utility. And we've also got Renew. So the idea is use our Woodland Spirit twice, and also with Renew in a consume deck, you can consume your gold card and use it again the same round. So being able to do that with Karen also just gives our Renew a lot more flexibility. Like a double removal with Karen in the same round can be absolutely nuts, and just a really, really big boost to your round. So the silver list is what has changed most dramatically with the removal of Ciri Dash. Now, there has been 2 casualties in the silver list, and that is Roach, which has helped the consistency of the deck a lot. He obviously works really well with the Ciri Dash decks. However, Roach has gone, which means the mulligan is a lot cleaner now with this deck. And also, we have removed Marigold's Hailstorm, and I was pretty sad about that. Frightener and Marigold's Hailstorm was a fantastic combination, but basically what we've done, in order to keep our toe prince, the man, the myth, the legend, we've introduced this fella, Imperial Manticore, and he has essentially replaced Ciri Dash in a silver slot. So really the main reason we had Ciri before was for this Giant Toad piece, and also just to get constant Gales. But really what I found was, the longer I went on, I wasn't really using Gales for Ciri Dash, but normally for Renew and Woodland Spirit to get the Woodland Spirit twice. So the Toad Prince consuming the Imperial Manticore is a 17-point play, which is still really, really strong. And it also buffs up our neckers, so 20 points essentially if you've got all your neckers. But also what this allows us to do is the introduction of our second silver card, Katakan. So consuming a bronze or silver unit in either graveyard allows us to actually, after using our Toe Prince on our Imperial Manticore, 17 points, 20 if you're including the buffs, we can do the exact same with Katakan, which is 17 more points, 3 buffs to neckers. So that's up to 40 points in just 2 turns, which is absolutely nuts and really, really good value. It also means you've got a consistent extra win condition if maybe you need to use your Woodland Spirit and you've used Renew on your Karen as well. It just really gives you a strong round 3 with your carryover. Plus that, it's pretty damn nuts. Also, another nice bit of adaptability you can do with this combination is you can actually use Frightener for it as well. So because a lot of the time what happens round 2 is you're going to be getting loads of carryover, and you might not draw into your Imperial Manticore, so you might be like, well, what am I doing? I've drawn a dead Frightener, I really don't want this card in my hand. I don't want to give him 12 points, I really do not want to do that, you can't do it. Well, good news is you can just consume him with your Toe Prince, and you can still actually consume him with your Katakan as well, so you get really strong value off this. So I think the list has improved dramatically. Let's get into a game anyway, I'll keep talking. I think the list has improved over the Ciri Dash. The Mulligans phase is a lot cleaner, which makes it more consistent. But also, having that extra gold power is really nice. However, if you would like a more flexible silver list, I would still highly recommend the Ciri Dash deck version. I think it's extremely competitive. I got well into the top 200 in the normal rank playlist with it, and I played 50 games in the pro ladder, with the Ciri Dash, and I've played about 20 with this version, and when I got off last night I was in the top 100, so we're up against the Radovid, only a rank 12, so unfortunately it's not the best start, but who knows, they could still be good, right? They might just not have grinded out the old ranked playlist. So of course the blacklisting comes in really useful here. So already we've got a lot of gold power, we've got a weather clear if we need it, we've got a couple of consumes, so really we're just looking to fix this hand somewhat. So Neckers. Now the thing is here, if I risk another mulligan, most likely I'm going to draw into my harpies, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take it. If you draw bad cards, you can harm the consistency because your Neckers can creep into your hand round 2, round 3. But this round 1, we're really just looking to get as much thinning as possible. So we want to get out our harpies, we want also get out our foglet, and we want to get out
bloody non-humans.
Anything else? I think that's it. Harpies and the foglet as well. So I'm just going to start El Clasico, I think, with a Dagon here. But I could actually go Woodland Spirit. I think I'm going to go Woodland Spirit. I'll show you the tempo he can do. Look at this. Harpy. Bang. Foglet. Oosh. You can get 2 harpies in with him as well. If I was to consume one of these eggs, another harpy would come out. So if I was to consume one of these eggs first, that would kind of be the same thing, right? So now we'll start up the consume train. Now you could argue it would have been better for me to have actually placed my harpy egg here, but it's fine. We've got 2 brands. Oosh. Of course, against Radovid, you just need to be careful when you're placing your carryover. He's just going to wait. Normally, Radovid players will wait for as much time as possible to use their locks on a double piece. Now, I have got carryover as well here, so I do need to obviously be slightly careful because I have gone really, really into it here, and he might pass, but as long as I've got this little bit of carryover, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm not going to drop this in case he passes. I'm going to go for my Necker quite early, actually. Which, of course, he could be tempted to lock. Okay, so that's actually my carryover gone, so we want to be careful of that. I'm just going to keep consuming here. I guess I'll start with Woodland Spirit. That means I've got a renew from Gels that I can use this round if I need to. I would be slightly worried he's going to pass soon, so I do need to be careful. And I imagine he will probably lock me up when I play this. So I kind of want to almost play low-ish tempo here. I mean, that placement could screw me as well, to be fair. I probably should have played it slightly right over to the right, because I would like my Neckers to carry over. I imagine he'll probably pass or hit me with a Radovid pretty soon. So I've got my Karen if need be as well, for some good value. But this deck does perform really, really well. I would recommend trying the Ciri Dash version out as well if you want a more fun version of the deck. This is still a lot of fun though, but I think the Ciri Dash version is extremely unique and I do really enjoy it. Yeah. If you've got any questions about the deck as well, please feel free to comment. I'll always reply to comments or send me a private message, anything like that. I'm really happy to help. So here comes this Radovid rather predictably, right? So he's removing my carryover. But I have still got my Ekimara, which is the good news. Also, my early fog could end up costing me here because of this. But what I can actually do, because the Foglet's dead, I may as well Dagon, right? Push. And I'll look to secure a little bit of carryover, really. And then we should be good to pass, pretty much. Obviously, we lost the coin flip, so we're at a slight disadvantage in that sense, but we're looking pretty strong, really. The gold power works really, really nicely, and the Toad Prince combination is really good. So we've thinned so far, thinned out all of our harpies, I believe. So we've got 1 harpy left in the deck. However, we have thinned out our Foglet as well, so we should be fine.
Your will be done.
He's going to clear the weather here. And I have still got no carryover, so I do need to be careful of that also. I'm going to go ahead and yeah. So you can get nice combinations with Toad Prince and Gels as well. So obviously Gels is going to be drawing me a silver card and renew at the moment. And I don't really want to use my renew just yet because that's going to be a big win condition later on. But what you can do as well is take the gold card that you want and then actually when you use Toad Prince, because you draw a card with Toad Prince, you're actually going to, you know what card you're drawing into, so you guarantee yourself a nice draw. But hopefully he's got one in his hand. I imagine he probably doesn't. He does not. I mean, this seems like a half decent time to pass, right? Even cards. I've got my carryover. I have got a big Karen here though. Do I just go for the Karen? I think I might save it. I mean, Abia keeps me in the lead also, so I might just go for my Abia. It's a 15-point play. I imagine he's not running any weather, so I'm just going to go for this. I mean, I'm going to have carryover, right? So the shorter the next rounds are, the better for me, really. So I may as well keep contesting the round. He's obviously invested quite a lot, but I really haven't invested much. I've invested Woodland Spirit, which I get back again. I mean, I think I'm just going to hit him with a Karen, honestly. I get full value from it, so why not? I'll take this armor fella as well. So that's the only armor he's got left on the board. Obviously, I've lined myself up for an Igni or a big Marigolds, but honestly, I don't really mind. I'm looking to pass pretty soon anyway, so he's now investing John Natalis also, so this seems like a really good time to pass, right? We've drained so much of his cards. I've still got my carryover, so he can't draw a pass on me. So most likely his play will be to hit me with a... yeah, I'm passing here. Most likely his play will be to hit me with a spy, which also just gives me a good opportunity to either play my spy, or more likely get myself some carryover through playing down my Necker, or playing down a Nekimara, because I'm likely to draw into one here. There we go. 9 strength Necker, lovely job. And there's the one Harpy that we don't want left. So we'll kick the Harpy. Hopefully we don't draw into our second Necker. Lovely job. So we've got our first piece of our combination here, which is really nice. So he's either forced here to try and play the round or play his spy. And either way, that really does suit us, because we'll maintain our card advantage. And if he plays his spy, then we get to get ourselves some carryover for our next round, which is really cool. Happy days, happy daes. And like I say, with girls, we can guarantee ourselves drawing our silver card with our Giant Toad. So really, really nice combination. Giant Toad or Toe Prince. I beg your pardon, son. Look at that tongue. What a legend. Toe Prince and girls work absolutely fantastically together. And we have, like I say, replaced the utility of Ciri Dash with the Toe Prince with the Imperial Manticore. So we've basically freed up the silver slot. We've freed up the gold slot in terms of 2 silvers, and also the Katakan gives us a really nice extra piece of that combination. So he's trying to work out here, does he just pass? And he does go for the pass. So happy days. We keep, even though we lost the coin flip, we go in on the last round on even cards, which is pretty good, really. I haven't secured myself any carryover, but look at this, we've got our triple piece here. Lovely job. I'm definitely keeping these cards. Hopefully my Toe Prince could draw me into... I mean, have I got any silver cards left? That's the question, I guess. So, I've got my lock, right? So what's going to be more important? Getting my lock or trying to get a consume for another Necker out? Well, my lock could net me more points, I suppose. So I think I probably will go for the lock. Basically, the question is... I mean, I'll play my Necker down first either way. But the question is, with girls, because I'm going to draw my silver card... with the Toe Prince, do I want to just Toe Prince first, or would I rather wait on the Toe Prince? It's basically a gamble. Do I go for the safe silver lock, or do I try and get myself an Ekimara out to get more points off this Necker? I mean, I think I'd probably gamble, right? I think I would get more points gambling. So again, you just want to be careful where you place this, because my front row is going to be stacked as this is row locked. So I've got 40 points for these 3 cards, right? I think I'm going to gamble and try and get myself out of Nekimara. Oh, I shouldn't have gambled. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. Oh, damn. So, yeah, I could have guaranteed myself a silver lock, but I tried gambling, and I probably should have remembered there was 1 Harpy left, right? Especially seeing as Renew would have got rid of that Harpy. I've just lost myself a ton of points there. Obviously pretty unlucky on the draw, but there was a Necker I could have drawn into there and a Harpy, so really that was a bad play. I should have just played it safe. I still think I've got more than enough power to win this round, though, but... I have essentially just thrown away a lot of points. Okay, well that's good news that he's not got much armour. So here comes my Renew. I mean, obviously I'm taking Woodland Spirit every day of the week here. I'll go in this middle row as well, just to avoid Marigold's minimum damage. So my Harpy would have come out here. So I've just lost 4 points there, essentially, plus the lock. So I've lost a lot of points from making that play, but we should still be fine, right? Look at this hand. It's... the power of the Toe Prince, Katakan, and my old matey, the Imperial Manticore, is a nice combo. I bet that's a nice premium card, you know. I've got the Toe Prince premium, so maybe that's my next step. I am unfortunately going to somewhat waste a play there, but look at this. No way is he catching us with the amount of tempo we've got, even with a Harpy in hand. Happy days. So let's go on to the next game, see what we can do. Like I say, this deck has been fantastic for me. I really, really would recommend it. I think it's probably the strongest monsters deck there is right now. Really, really happy with it. And I really appreciate the support as well that the guys have received. It means a lot, man. It really does. It's sick that I've able to share this deck with everybody. So, combination complete. Also, we buff up our Necker as well, just to make it even slightly better. Look at that. You're not catching me, mate. I don't care what you've got. You're not catching me. Prince Dennis. I mean, that's weird that he went for Shaney first. And he had this. I guess he's trying to draw into his other heavy cavalry, but that was really risky. Ooh, fair enough. I guess that's why. Has he done it? Oh, we actually lost, man. Look how complacent I was there. Fog in the back row, would it have won me?
Not shabby
well, definitely misplay on my part with that girls. That's pretty awful from me. We'll keep going though. You can see the power of the deck. That's just me playing badly. I mean, and that says a lot really. If I'm like killing the pro ladder, making mistakes like that, I mean, this deck must be pretty decent, right? So let's go again. Put that one behind us. What can you do? Just a misplay on my part. I definitely would have won that game had I not gambled. I mean, the saying is, he who dares wins, but in that situation, there was really no need to gamble, right? That's where Gwent track and things like that do come in useful, but really that's just my own self. I should have reevaluated, well, what am I going to draw? Is it worth it? Absolutely not. I had a guaranteed, like, really big play there, but we lost it. So we're up against Unseen Elder. So I imagine this is quite a chubby deck. It's not, it's just a 25 carder. So Karen is a nice card in this matchup. So as you can see, this hand is not great. So we need to blacklist the Harpies first. And we just hope we don't draw into another Necker. Okay, unfortunate. So you can still get the occasional bad hand, but really it's pretty rare. And even this isn't awful, right? With Roach in the deck, this could have been a heck of a lot worse, but this is really pretty manageable as things go. Yeah, so sweet. Let's bounce back. Let's take this win. So if you are interested in seeing some more Gwent content and you are still around, please do consider giving me a subscription. Well, a subscription. Subscribing, I guess, would be the way of saying that, to my YouTube. And also you can check out my stream as well. I stream every day, quite a lot as well. So this is where the lock's going to come in useful. He's obviously wanting to consume with these and get a massive tempo swing out with his Aracuses. This is the only thing Unseen Elder's really good for, so just play it safe. This is where if I had Karen, I'd be feeling really, really good about this as well. Oh, he actually had Aracuses in hand, which is fair enough. I'm just going to go ahead and start up a consume train, I think, or should I fog first? I guess I'll consume first. Ush. Harpy in. Necker's getting buffed. I could use Woodland Spirit as well for extra thinning. We will see where it goes. I guess that round one last time I kind of went a bit too high tempo early on. So he's getting down more Harpy. So he's of course going to have a big tempo swing here. I'm just going to put down another Harpy myself before I even fog, I think. Yeah. And I'll just, I'll use Woodland Spirit next, I guess. So we maintain the lead. Woodland Spirit's going to kind of counter his big Unseen Elder play here. Because obviously he's going to get a load of points off of that. Eating his eggs. But we still got our lockout on the Aracus Behemoth, so happy days. Happy days, boys. Happy days. I bet this premium's sick. I'm going to have to check that one out. So he's got an old spear tip in the mixer. Nice little trick you can do versus spear tip is moving him with Frightener. So where would I like to put him? I mean, it still could be bad. I've got to put him in this back row, right? Happy days. The ever reliable Frightener. Still a great card, even without Marigold Tailstorm. Happy, happy days. Oh, he's not happy about that one. Look at him. Oh, he's not happy. Poor Spear Tip. Poor Spear Tip. Well, I guess Spear Tip is happy. He's still snoozing away. He's oblivious. He didn't even know he just got moved by this massive Frightener. Pretty cool, eh? So, not quite sure what his line of play is going to be. Obviously, it's a bit of a battle for carryover as well. And as I don't have any Ekamaras, I'm not feeling great about that. So, I mean, wouldn't it have made 10 times more sense to have put your Frightener there and moved something up? I mean, it definitely would have. I'm 2 cards to the good here, so I'm going to pass. That's a strange one, isn't it? I'll make the most of his misplay there by passing. I guess he's got a Marigolds lined up, and that was the reasoning. Look at that. Kind of gave it away, mate, by not moving it towards the spear tip. Very, very strange decision there. So we're 2 cards up. He has got more carryover, so he can dry parcel me, but honestly it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be able to put my neckers down anyway. With 2 card advantage, we'll take it. So obviously we just don't want to draw into our necker here. Please no necker. Please no necker. Oh, forgot I still had the Foglet in. So I'm making a few strange decisions in this one. Screw it. Foglet. Rip. Rip Foglet. Poor Foglet. So it's pretty strange that I actually drew into the Foglet. I normally weather first round, but I didn't for some reason there, but whatever. We got out 2 cards up. We should be fine. So if he passes, my necker comes in. He's obviously going to have neckers himself. So we do need to be careful of them going into round 3, especially as I have already used my lock. But, I mean, he's really not wanting to go -3 here. So most likely he's going to play just pass. My necker, of course, wins me the round just on its own. But because we're in this situation where he's actually going -3, kind of, to play a card, we could hit him with a Woodland Spirit and really just screw him, and he would stay in a bad position. So he's going for it. He's going for it. Woodland Spirit time. Oh, shame about this Foglet, really, isn't it? Whoops. Not really much I can do about that, though. Let's just try and thin the rest of the Harpies out, at least. So they're not going to screw me over. Learn from our mistake last time, right? So as you can see, like round 1, it's really important to thin early on, which isn't something I've been doing in these 2 games. I guess I've been concentrating more on talking than playing, right? So, I mean, it seems like these are bad. Like I'm getting bad draws because obviously I drew my Harpy last time and I've drawn my Foglet, but really that's just me not following my own advice and getting thinning round 1. So your round 1, you do want to thin your Harpies, your Foglets out. So we've obviously lost 4 points essentially from not having our Foglet here. But we can drop down on neckers pretty soon. I can even start up a Ram Warrior train as well. So I can play my necker down now. And I mean, I probably should have played it here again. I've made a similar mistake to last time, but it shouldn't matter. So how many points is he getting here? Quite a lot, right? They're both 7-point plays, basically. I guess this is slightly safer as it offers me more carryover. As long as we can win with an Ekimara, really, we're happy. Like 1 player Ekimara to take it, happy days. I mean, you could argue rather than using Woodland Spirit, what I could have done also is used Frost with Dagon. I know, Frost with Dagon, that is a thing. You can actually Frost with Dagon. You might find this surprising, but Dagon has actually got 3 weathers. I know, mental, right? Especially with this Foglet in hand, that would have actually been a decent shout. Yeah, frosting with Dagon. So, I mean, as long as we don't draw into a necker next round, we're fine. But there's obviously a decent chance we will. It's mental he's still got Unseen Elder, really. So, the fact he's consuming that egg tells me that he's going to pass after this one. He needs to hurry up. I mean, look how much quicker I play than this guy. Come on, slow coach. Come on, sunshine. I believe in you. So he'll drop it down his necker next. Here comes the necker for sure. Absolutely nailed on to be a necker here. As well, I have got the high tempo play of actually consuming my necker with my Ekimara, which honestly that could be a good option because that's just going to mean there's nothing I don't want to draw into because the last necker will come down on the board. and it means I can mulligan away my Foglet. So if I need a high tempo play, like if you play something else here, and I want to take him over, I will do so. So really he's riding his luck still being in this round, but he's still not played down any neckers or anything like that for carryover. So we're looking pretty good. Like I say, I've got this high Ekimara, which obviously gets me a carryover also. And it's just going to, due to this Foglet being in my hand, Fog creeps on little cat feet. Foglets creep over the bodies of their victims. I like it. So he's going to eat my Necker, I'd imagine, here, which kind of makes my eating Necker play slightly worse. Well, significantly worse. Just get myself some more carryover. Also means if I draw into Renew with this, I can use it if needs be. So surely he's going to drop down his Necker next, right? Surely, or is he just going to pass? I mean, if he passes, I can play my Foglet down. Happy days. But I would like to take him over as well. So even this Imperial Manticore might be not a terrible idea. We'll see. So he's looking to get some carry for himself. I'm sure his last card must be a Necker. Maybe he's not drawn into it. I've not been keeping track of how many consumes he has, so I'm not exactly sure. I mean, a Foglet wins, puts me ahead, right? No. No, it doesn't. Good maths, Joe. Good maths. A very late Dagon. And this is, you are not dreaming, I really did just use Frost with Dagon. Yeah, pretty cool actually that you can do that. You might not know, you can actually use Frost with Dagon. That is a thing. Obviously we're just hitting his carryover with that somewhat, and this is going to be his Necker. I can put down my Manticore to win this, and we're still 2 cards up. Or I could also possibly put a Foglet down. We'll see. Depends how big the Necker is, right? But I am getting an extra point buff as well from my extra consume. So he should work out I've got a Foglet in my hand as well. But the fact he's still not got we've still not seen Neckers, you've got to imagine this is a Necker, right? Why wouldn't he play it if he's... It can't be a Necker, he must not have drawn into it. Which is pretty mental, really, when you think about it. Maybe he's got a Brand Warrior, though, and that's his win condition round 3. So Foglet finally gets kicked. Hopefully we see Karen here. Or Renew. Ekimara's obviously not great. Okay, sweet. So we get all our golds. So let's go ahead and start off with a Karen. Unfortunately, we didn't draw Giant Toad there, which is what I was looking for. But it was not meant to be. So there is the Necker. He does have a Necker. Can you believe it? Pretty unfortunate for him that he drew into it so late. Bash, as you can see. Oh wow. Well, that's not going to be enough anyway. Happy days. Nice win, nice win, nice win. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please do consider subscribing if you want to see more. And check out my stream. Like I say, if you like the deck, give it a thumbs up on the Gwent DB also. Appreciate the support, as always. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.